Some people, one man told us that he has to drive for work and he's forced to charge it on his credit card. Take a look at the price right behind me here at this gas station near Alameda and Cesar Chavez, rather. $6.96 for a gallon of regular gas. Now, many drivers are paying just shy of $100 or even more to fill up their tank. Take a look at the average prices released today by AAA. An average gallon of regular gas in California is $5.34. That's higher than the national average. LA Long Beach has an average price of $5.43. That's the highest recorded average according to AAA. Orange County is at $5.43. Riverside $5.30. San Bernardino $5.33. Now, experts say rising crude oil prices and the ongoing crisis between Ukraine and Russia are major factors in the high cost of gas. Also, increased demand, refinery maintenance and issues, and our switch to the summer blend. Gas Buddy estimates prices could continue rising in the coming days and weeks. Here's what drivers had to say when they noticed the prices today.
I looked up, I won't say what I said to her, but yeah, shock.
I just went to the gas pump and I have a truck and it cost me over $100. I had to take 2 credit cards. It cost me $111 to fill up my truck. And I'm just a landscaper in LA, and can you imagine all the people that drive long distances or are in the trucking business? It's not affordable.
Californians pay some of the highest prices in the nation, and part of the reason is taxes and fees. Last year, Irvine-based researchers at Stillwater Associates said we're paying roughly $1.18 in taxes and fees alone per gallon. There's a gas tax increase scheduled to take effect this summer. Governor Gavin Newsom proposed halting that gas tax increase for at least this year, but some of California's Democratic legislative leaders are reluctant. They say the resulting $500 million are needed for vital programs. Now, those who support the halt say that California's budget surplus could cover that. Reporting live in Chinatown, Kimberly Chang, KTLA 5 News. We're paying roughly $1.18 in taxes and fees alone per gallon. There's a gas tax increase scheduled to take effect this summer. Governor Gavin Newsom proposed halting that gas tax increase for at least this year, but some of California's Democratic legislative leaders are reluctant. They say the resulting $500 million are needed for vital programs. Now, those who support the halt say that California's budget surplus could cover that. Reporting live in Chinatown, Kimberly Chang, KTLA. The resulting $500 million are needed. Lou, hi. These prices are really hurting some people. 1.6 for.
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Pa'ashim Harakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's the Akia Mahaloya coming back with another lesson, Lord, so it be edifying. Oh, man. The brother did a video, and this is just a quick response. Won't be as in depth as the two brothers have did, man, because they've already covered this topic. But I did want to speak on this, and what stood out on this is the 666, okay, which is the number of the man, number of the beast, number of this man, okay, this man's system, which is heavily operated in the numerical value of 666, which shows you this is nothing more but another psyop that this devil has played on you people, man. While you people are talking about go Biden, and Kamala, they haven't done a goddamn thing to help you people out of this. But yet they blaming on Russia, crude oil, Russia, the war in Russia or the war in Ukraine, and all these other games they've been playing with you people. But nonetheless, this is them phasing out the old world and coming in with the new, because what needs to happen is the fact that they need to topple this society. They need to topple this economy to be justified in bringing in a digital currency, man. Okay, so this is the whole vote of it all, bringing in a digital currency, the Great Reset, the MOTB. Okay, like Klaus Schwab said, he says that, look, the Great Reset, you will own nothing and you will be very happy about it. All right, so through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, this is the method, man. Okay, and while you people been playing games, man, we've been warning you, we've been telling you, like, look, all hell is getting ready to break loose. And hey, sooner or later, you ain't gonna be able to buy and sell. Things are gonna go up, prices are gonna be inflated, and before you know it, hey, all hell is gonna break loose. So, hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the men of the Lord have prophesied this thing. Okay, so I want to get a couple of precepts real quick if brothers don't mind. Real quick. Let me see, Ezekiel, the 5th chapter. And we just brought this out in their transit too, but this is it's kind of going back to it, man. All right, so this is the book of Ezekiel 5, and I'm going to start at verses 14. It says, so moreover, I will make thee waste and a reproach among the nations that are round about thee, in the sight of all that pass by. So it should be a reproach and a taunt and an instruction and an astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee, when I shall execute judgments in thee in anger and in thy fury, or in fury and furious rebukes. I, the Lord, have spoken it. And what's one way that the Lord is going to rebuke you, Jakes? Through your livelihoods, man, through your staff of bread, okay, through your what you call it, your livelihood, so to speak. All right, so hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is delivering a fatal blow into this place. And like we told you, man, okay, this is nothing, new that we've been saying. We've been saying this for years and years and years and years. Like the scriptures goes into rumors one year, then should come up another year, more rumors and more rumors and more rumors. Okay, and it says here, and when I should set upon them the evil arrows of famine, okay, evil arrows of famine, because this is a strategic hit, okay, because this president, this Biden regime, which he just a puppet, okay, the elites are really behind the whole ordeal. But this whole ordeal being of the fact that, hey, they're blaming this on Russia, invading Ukraine, etc. All these nations are in bed with one another, man, okay? And at the end of the day, like I said, it's all to bring about the NWO, okay? Because they need you people on your hands and knees, begging them for a solution. And this is all that this is, man, okay? So, yeah, we're in those times. And it says here, which I will send, and it says, which should be for their destruction, in which I will send to you, and I will increase the famine upon you and will break your staff of bread. So I will send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, have spoken it, okay? So, hey, the prophets are speaking it. Who's the voice of the Most High? The prophets, man, all right? Because Jake been playing a lot of games. Jake been playing games. They've been taking the word for granted. They haven't been looking into these things, but now they're starting to realize that something is very wrong. All right. They're starting to realize that, hey, maybe this guy Trump was the better option, which that's totally not true, because these presidents are bought and paid for, man. OK, they're bought and paid for, and really they serve no purpose. They're just talking heads to pretty much keep you pacified and keep you asleep. Nothing more, nothing less. All right. So, hey, Lord's will, this continues. Lord's will, this continues to be the case. Lord's will, this continue to be the norm. Lord's will, the prices get out of hand. Gas continue to go up. And before you know it, man, this dollar is out of here. Because once again, this is all it's about, is bringing in a digital currency. All right. So, what is this? Isaiah 3:1. This is the book of Isaiah 3:1. It says, but behold, the Lord and the Lord of hosts doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the staff of bread, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water, okay? And the mighty man and the man of war and the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, okay? So, hey, the Most High is going to afflict the whole system. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that have been taking the word for granted, has been taking the prophets for granted, haven't been listening, haven't been paying attention to the word, hey, you're going to be affected by this, man, because it tells you in Esdras that even the righteousness should be in straits. The righteous, which is the prophets, man, the elect, we're going to be in straits in these things, okay? We're going to catch hell in these things too, all because the system is fallen within itself. But overall, this is to destroy you, because we're going to see the reap or the benefit of the fruits of the labor at the end of this ordeal. Lord's will, we stay faithful. All right. So anyway, a couple more precepts here. Go to Revelation real quick. Second Esdras, that's a good one as well. But this is the book of Revelation. 6. And I'm going to start at verses 6. It says, and I heard the voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and a measure and 3 measures of barley for a penny. See that thou hurt not the oil and the wine, man. Okay, because, hey, once upon a time, things were cheap. Okay, but now things are getting ready to get out of hand. The oil and the wine represents this truth in the elect. Okay, because like I said, we're going to be affected by these things. But ultimately, we're not going to be destroyed by it because the scriptures say, my servant shall eat. Going back into the account of 2 Kings, the 6th chapter, when it goes into the famine of Samaria, all right, when the dove's dung was sold for 4 pieces of silver, okay? That's expensive for dove shit, okay? So now, hey, your Federal Reserve notes, they don't have the purchasing power. And what you're witnessing is the dollar collapsing upon itself. Okay, it's out of here. It's a done deal. Okay, it's a wrap, man. Lord's will, this keeps up because I don't see gas prices going down. Maybe slightly. They may get them down slightly, but I don't see them going down too much further. I don't see them being $1.89 no more. I don't see it being $2.25, man. Okay, especially when we're coming into the spring season and the summer season. Hey, man, shit. Energy costs go up. You see? And when you're living in a inflated society, soon to be hyperinflated, things are going to continue to go up. All right? So keep that in mind, man. One last precept here. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. Salakia 16. This is the I Am Legend scripture here. 2nd Esdras 15. And I'm going to start at verses 28. It says, for of a city there should be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rock, and as an orchard of olives upon every tree there are 3 or 4 olives. Or as when the vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters, or them that diligently seek through the vineyard. So even so in those days there should be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword, right? Because there's going to be a scarcity of food. Okay, people are going to go on a prowl. It's kind of like in the movie The Road that came out a couple of years, a while back, actually. I think it came out like in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. Salakia if I'm off, but regardless of that, it was still a modern day movie. But basically, him and his son stumbled among a bunker, okay? But they were scavenging, looking for foods. Same thing you see in these post-apocalyptic movies, okay? And it says here, and the earth should be laid waste, and the fields there shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man should travel there through. And the virgins should mourn, having no bridegrooms, and the women should mourn, having no husbands, and their daughters should mourn, having no helpers. And in the wars their bridegrooms should be destroyed, and their husbands should perish of famine. Okay, so that's what we getting ready to enter into, famine. All right, but behold the word of the Lord, and receive it, and believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Now it says, now hear these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold the word of the Lord, receive it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. But behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Okay, and they're coming. All right, as this war intensifies, as they like to propagate it on the news, hey man, shit is going to continue to go up. And it says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains can pass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon on every side. And you notice they stated this was a global thing. All right, so anyway, I'm going to just end it there, brothers, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakakadash. And with that, Shalom and a ball.
Is on a
because the free world has to show now that is ready to oppose this rise of new dictatorships that are threatening the very existence of the world order that we used to live in.
Yeah, well, they want a new world order. China, Xi Jinping, and Vladimir Putin in Russia.
And this has taken us by storm. I mean, this is like a watershed moment. It's happening on the scale of an entire country of 40 million people. This is only something that we read about in books, saw in movies, and all of a sudden we are living those movies and those books.
So you and I might ask the question, how are things going to play out in the Ukraine?
We all know that also the next step that we see is a no-fly zone over Ukraine. And I know that everybody is saying, no, the Third World War will start. I will be very blunt with you. It has already started because the attack on a nuclear plant, again, affects everybody.
Meanwhile, Russia has become increasingly isolated and its economy is in freefall. Death and destruction on the ground in Ukraine, a massive exodus of refugees, as we've just been hearing.
Vladimir Putin is trying to control the talking points, banning media outlets from using the term war when talking about the ongoing attacks. At least 2 independent Russian news outlets that refuse to share his talking points have been forced off the air this morning, and in an effort to intimidate journalists, the Russian parliament has just passed a new rule that basically puts a 15-year prison sentence on anyone who reports, quote, fake news, at least the way they view it. Guys, those pictures.
Unbelievable, right?
It looks very